Ogbuduworld Entertainment. Yeah, Italian connections. They call me franchise. Sigi Productions. See, Mama Records. Let's go. The when I go down low, the when I go down low, it's making me want to lose control. The when I go down low.
I am your uncle girl, Ify Egbufoa, and with me in the house again, we have a wonderful woman, a woman of God, and is no other person than Apostle Patient Uti, Captain Jesus Ministry, all the way from Brescia. You're welcome, Apostle.
Yeah.
Can you please introduce yourself to the viewers now?
Okay. Good day, viewers. I am Apostle Patience Uti, our founder of Captain Jesus Power Ministry International, and I have been in the ministry for a very long time, and I've gotten, by the grace of God, the gifts God has blessed me with to actually carry on the ministry. God bless you.
Okay, ma. How did you get into the ministry?
Good. I, by the grace of God, was called by God into His ministry, to His vineyard, to do this work. Yeah. And since I got to know my calling, so I just picked up and began to work with it, because the Bible said, many are called, a few are chosen, and I actually wanted to be one of the few that are chosen.
Okay, because one asking is because I heard that you're the first female preacher in Italy. How true is that?
Okay, very good. Yes, I am actually one of the first female preachers in Italy. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there was that's a Nigerian minister. Yeah, there was a Ghanaian minister before me. Her name is Bishop Dinah Ajete, who is by the grace of God, one of my mentors. So when I came into the ministry, it was really tough, and that was actually the time I had a topic of a message called "A Strange Message in a Strange Land." That's my very first book.
Like how long now?
About 15 years now. So, a strange message in a strange land, because it was really strange to the country, and I was the first woman to come out with a clerical to show to the Italians that a woman can actually be a pastor. In fact, that is why many people say I am the first woman of God in Italy. So I am the second. The first was a Ghanaian. She is a Ghanaian, and though she was in, but many people didn't know there was a woman. But I had to come out with a clerical, with the truth, with the proof that woman can actually pastor a ministry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the ministry aspects, how are you really finding it?
Yeah. Really, the ministry is not an easy task, actually. There are some sweet aspect of it, and the negative aspect of it. In the beginning, things were very, very difficult, because it's a strange country, and we really find it tough. Okay. It got to a point and things were okay. It changes actually, and the negative part of it is that we are in the strange country, we've not been able to reach out properly to the Italians, because they have a different belief in this Christianity, and we also came in with a different belief. So it has not been easy for us penetrating into them, but in every other aspect, that's been
okay. Sorry to ask this. I don't know if I'm being personal. Yeah. Are you married?
Yeah.
With kids?
Yeah, with 6 kids.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you play your motherly family, the administration, and everything as a woman?
As a woman, yes. It was really very tough. But now that the children are grown up, I'm finding it it's a bit okay. So these days, my husband was with me, and he was really of a good head, and he was a very good encourager. So he was helping me in this area. But it came to a point that, after 4 children, now becoming 6, it was really tough. But at the end, the government, had to, because I have to really go out there, minister to people. Before I came back, the government, they took my children, that's the welfare, the assistance socially took my children, 4 children. And at that moment, I believed, to me, that actually it was a time of challenges to really know if I would, relent my efforts in the ministry, or I will pack up. In fact, I got to know that is exactly time God wants me to prove, as a woman of faith, to prove if actually I will be able to, follow up with this work. So instead of me losing hope, I picked up and began the work very well, believing God, that God who called me, that He will make everything perfect for me. So to God be the glory. They never took my children actually totally from me, but they helped me. God made me to understand that He said He's going to make the princes and the queens to take care of my children. So when I got that message from God, then I took on and I began to believe that yes, God really wants me to do something for Him. So I went on with my faith, and that is why I made my women in ministry. I know you've been waiting to hear more from me concerning this very issue of the children the government took from me. I just want you to stay tuned till the next episode with Ogbuduworld TV station. So I'm going to tell you more, I'm going to give you more about the incident and how I went through it, how God saw me through. And I want to advise, I will be advising some women out there, those of you that are out there, you don't know how to do about your children, or probably you're facing the same situation, or things about to come or that has happened. I want to tell you how you go about it, because I was able to take my stand, and that's why you see me today, because God saw me through. And today the children are with me, many of them, they are grown up now, and I want to tell you that government do not seize children forever, but they rather help you. So I will give you the hits of the news when we meet again in our next episode.
Apostle, you're the leader of these Obosa Women
Voluntary Association.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know more about it. We want to know more about the association.
Okay. About Obosa Women Voluntary Association, though I cannot be able to give you all today, but I just want to give out a little bit introduction of it. So our other episode too, I will give you more about Obosa, because it's a very, very long story. Obosa Women Voluntary Association in Europe is also founded by me, you are seeing today. I'm the president of the association, and it was a vision actually from God, because how Obosa came was a confusion of people, these Italians, not accepting the ministry, as a prayer. God, what do we do? How do we penetrate into this government that they don't recognize us as ministers? They don't recognize the ministry in Italy as a church. So God now gave me a vision of this Obosa. So I now opened this Obosa as a voluntary association. So this Obosa now speak for me when I get to the government offices. So I bring out Obosa Voluntary Association. While I am being accepted to talk or air out my views, then I trip in the ministry. So that was how Obosa came up. And by the grace of God, we have been able to do so many things. So the next episode, I'm going to tell you more about Obosa Women Voluntary Association and how many projects we have done so far, and the ones we have in now, we are about to do now. We just opened a school now, a language school, for both Italian and English, and children that are coming up in the country, that children that were brought here having no document, and they are not able to, go into schools. because they don't have, the parents don't have documents, so the children were not also given documents. So we are taking care of these children now, training them in our schools until we are able to find a way out with the government, you know, to really help these children go to school. So that is what we are now. And our aims, actually, our objectives in this Obosa is to help, especially when we started, we were helping these our girls out there, you know, taking them out of road, advising them the way to live, you know, getting them into marriages, and many good things happened. Actually, many of them came out and they are married, having children today, and many of them were able to get access to ministry, jobs, you know, coming out of that mess. So I believe by the grace of God, Obosa have done to really help our women to come out of their, you know, problems, how to confront their situations, especially those that actually the welfare are threatening you to take your children from you now. Please, I want you to stay tuned for the next episode. Those of you that are having problems with your husbands, I want you to please take notes and prepare yourself for the next episodes. And those of you, you know, they say women, we call police for husbands. So we're going to also let you know the reason and why it is good and why it is not good. You understand? Because there are some areas why it is good and areas why it is not good. So that is why I want you to stay tuned for the next episode, because most of these things lured our women to become prostitutes today in Nigeria, far back in Nigeria, because polygamy brought so many situations, and many of them left because they could not confront the situation they were into with their husbands. Yeah. So now they become what they are today. So women, I want you to stay tuned. We'll be here next time to give you all about women. God bless you. Stay blessed.
So ma, what are your advice for the upcoming youths that are looking up to you as a mother?
Yes. My advice to the women, to the youths outside there, is that they should hold on to God. And that is my new book now, says Jesus, the saving sword. Jesus, the saving sword. So if you have Jesus as your saving sword, why did I name it Jesus, the saving sword? You know, Jesus does not kill. He doesn't kill, but he saves. You understand? Yes. He's your saving sword. You know, you will hold a sword now. Anything you use that sword to cut, what will happen? It will cut it. But Jesus Christ, he builds you. You understand? So he uses you.
Wow, we'll finally come to today's episode on One-on-One with Ogbuduworld. And you've heard from Apostle Patience Uwa Oti, from all the way from Brescia. I was really touched by the interview, I swear. So stay tuned to the upcoming discussion that she has said. Don't miss it. If you're a woman, if you're a man, if you're a child, even if you're a newborn baby, tell your mom that this is the upcoming, there's an upcoming episode on what she has just said. So stay tuned and be blessed.
Ogbuduworld Entertainment, Italian connections, yeah, Sigi production, yeah, they call me franchise, sweet potato, God, them they call me potato, said I too sweet, that's why they call me potato, yeah, them they call me potato, said I too sweet, that's why they call me potato.